YouTube, what it do, you know what I'm saying? It's your boy Trent Dapper back in the lab like I time travel with another banger for you feel me? No rap, no cap. And today, you know what I'm saying? I got a, y'all can read by the title. I got this reaction video today, you know what I'm saying? Rod Wave supposedly shot up his girlfriend Benz, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what would make a nigga, what would possess a nigga to do some shit like that, but you know what I'm saying? Hopefully it ain't, you know what I'm saying? What we think it is, you know what I'm saying? Rod Wave, my dog, you know? But I don't listen to him for real, but you know what I'm saying? I like his music though, so you know what I'm saying? Hopefully it ain't the situation we think it is, you feel me? But I ain't gonna hold y'all no longer though. Man, y'all spam up them eagles in the comments, you feel me? Y'all spam up the eagles in the comments for me.
Speaking on Rod Wave, firing up his girlfriend's G-Wagon after his house was broken into. May 20th, 2025, Rod Wave was taken into custody and booked into the Fulton County Jail in Atlanta. A long list of charges would range from aggravated assault, possession of
possession of a firearm or not being commission of an attempt, committed felony, pointing on aiming a gun and pistol at others, reckless conduct, criminal damage to property, second degree. Damn. Boy. These ain't no little charges either though, I ain't gonna hold you. Like these ain't no little charges. Only thing I see they can get thrown out is the criminal damage to property, maybe. Willful obstruction of law enforcement officers. He did something to some police officer car. They can get thrown out. Reckless conduct, they can get thrown out. Pointing or aiming pistol at others, that may get thrown out. Yeah, he got some crazy charges, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. He got some crazy charges, bro.
Pointing or aiming a gun at another person and tampering with evidence. A total of 13 charges with damn near half being felonies has left fans wondering.
Half of them gonna get dropped though.
Spade TV News would post to Instagram Rod Wave's affidavit, and according to the arrest affidavit, on May 13th, officers executed a search warrant at Rod Wave's 6-bed, 7.5 bath, 14,000 square foot, 3-acre mansion that last sold in 2024 for $9 million. Specifically, detectives wanted the home secured.
$9 million, boy, that is a lot of money.
The video recordings contain evidence of a previous burglary turned shooting that took place at the residence. Recovering the recording device they sought,
chat, you know what? I'm tripping. Hold on. I know y'all probably hearing doubles. It's my fault. I'm gonna get myself ready, man. That's my fault. That's my fault. It's my fault, YouTube, and it's my fault, chat. Let's see. It might check.
Detectives found footage from April 21st.
Groovy.
Footage. The master bedroom window was broken, indicating someone broke into Rod Wave's house, but video from the 2 days before wasn't there. Rod Wave sent this realtor to check on the home, and she could be seen on surveillance video walking around the garage courtyard before leaving and returning with another realtor.
Instantly, I'm gonna just say this sound like a little play. This sound like some type of little setup. I ain't even gonna hold you.
They take pictures of the residence and open the garage door where a Mercedes G-Wagon parked. They were not seen taking anything from the home and eventually left. Rod Wave's girlfriend, Minnie Barbie, whose real name is Manariah Andrew.
Y'all ready? Y'all ready, chat? Y'all ready, chat? What's y'all ready? What's the meat on her? She gorgeous though, ain't gonna hold you. She really a fairy. Oh God. Man. I give her a cool 8.5. Oh God, cool 8.5. Just because I can't see the rest of her body, but she get a cool little 8.5. She cute though, I ain't gonna hold you. She cute though.
Can be
oh
seen
God.
pulling up in a BMW. Shortly after, Rod Wave and an unknown associate would pull up in an SUV. Rod and his associate could be seen carrying bags and what appeared to be a box from the residence while his girlfriend followed. While the surveillance footage had no audio, it appeared to detectives that Rod Wave was arguing with his girlfriend. She could be seen yelling at Rod, who in return pulled out a Glock 20 10mm pistol from under his left arm, opening fire at his girlfriend's G-Wagon that he bought her for Christmas. The
Boy said he liked that.
posted on their Instagram. Detectives
Damn, she a fair though.
shot 14 times until the weapon was empty. 11 bullets would strike the G-Wagon, 1 round struck Rod's Rolls Royce, and 1 round struck a wall, while the 14th bullet was never recovered. While Rod was shooting, his associate was unfazed, as if he knew it was going to happen. He just continued to place things from the house inside of the SUV. Rod's girlfriend, on the other hand, dug down and ran inside of the house in fear. She'd then run from the house to a nearby neighbor, call her mother, telling her Rod Wave shot her car up, and telling her mom to call 911. Rod could then be seen on camera running through the front of the yard as detectives believed he was now panicking, knowing his girlfriend went to the neighbors to call the police. Rod's associate would also seem to panic as they both jumped into the SUV, but their exit was blocked by Mini Barbie's BMW. With Rod Wave driving, he'd reverse into the BMW in an attempt to push it out of the way, leaving his tires spinning. Pulling back up to the garage, Rod's associate would shut the garage door to prevent the shot-up G-Wagon from being seen. Rod would get out of the SUV while on the phone, and his associate would begin collecting shell casings. Rod would attempt to drive around the BMW, but ended up striking a staircase and blowing out his front tire, disabling the SUV. Getting out, Rod would grab shell casings near the windshield wipers, throwing them onto the stairs before calling someone else on his phone. Rod would lock the SUV, lock up the house, and leave through the back of the residence. Detectives would locate a damaged backyard fence, leading them to believe 300-pound Rod Wave broke the fence, escaping through the
Hey, yo. Bro, he is trying to glaze this man. Oh, God. He is glazing this man, fool. But nah, I don't slick get it, though. Like, would a female make you that mad to shoot up a car that you bought her? You hear me? Like, I don't know, I'm scratching my head on that. Like, could a female make me that mad? I got all this money and, you know, could a woman actually make me that mad to want to just shoot up a car? Not her car, but a car that I bought her. And not just a Honda Accord, not a Hyundai Sonata or a Toyota Corolla. No, bro. We talking about a G-Wagon, nigga. We talking about a Benz truck, G-Wagon. You're like, gang. What is you thinking about? What is you thinking about, gang? I ain't gonna hold you. Bro, what is you doing? You got all this money and bro, sit down somewhere, bro. Sit down, bro. What? I don't get it, fam. You niggas be crazy. But I ain't in his shoes, though, but I just don't feel like a woman can make me that mad that I'm gonna just do something like that. Even if it was her car, she bought the car. I couldn't do that. It's way more women out here than it is men, you know what I'm saying? So, y'all just keep that in mind. It's way more women than it is men out here.
Detectives were now confident they had video evidence.
They're glazing that man, talking about 300-pound dude getting over the fence. Trying to say my boy broke the fence.
Discovered Rod contacted his bodyguard to pick them up from the scene to avoid apprehension, while taking evidence from the scene to make it appear Rod was never there and no crime happened other than a burglary. Due to this information, probable cause was found to arrest Rod Wave on charges of aggravated assault, pointing or aiming a firearm at another person, 2 counts of possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, 2 counts of reckless conduct, 2 counts of criminal damage to property, 2 counts of obstruction of law enforcement, 2 counts of tampering with evidence, and conspiracy to commit a felony. Now, I don't think this should come as a surprise, that one of the top artists making emotional music reacted emotionally to someone breaking into his mansion. But to shoot the shit out of his girlfriend G-Wagon is a little bit over the top. But we don't know if she was bitching his ear off on the phone and he just snapped. At the end of the day,
it still don't matter, bro. Even if she was kind of going off at the mouth and, you know, he just got his shit broke into, whatever. That still don't make up an excuse to just shoot at a female in the car. You know what I'm saying? They don't justify that. You feel me? They don't justify that. And then you make music for the women. You know what I'm saying? You a feminist, so you know, kind of contradicting. You weird. I mean, well, it's the situation weird, man.
Most likely,
the situation weird.
And he didn't cause her actually any harm aside from what? Stress? The paperwork never stated he aimed a gun at her or threatened her with it, even though that's what he's been charged with. But Rod has Drew Findling behind him, you know.
So I'm tripping. Was she in the car still, or was she outside of the car, or was it just like, you know, alright, I'm just finna shoot up your car? You know what I'm saying? Like, was it on some shit like, okay, she in the house, I'm just finna go down here and shoot up her car? You know what I'm saying? Like,
young boy's lawyer, meaning this shit is about to go away with a quickness, but Rod's girlfriend will play an important role. On the night the burglary took place, police responded to the mansion after receiving reports of a domestic dispute, with witnesses hearing yelling and screaming. Minnie Barbie was outside crying, as she was the one that discovered the home had been broken into, with the safe in the basement being dragged across the floor before being emptied. The investigation revealed bullet casings, bullet holes, 2 shot-up luxury vehicles, a handgun, a broken window by the pool, and a hammer in a nearby bush. The scene resembled a fucking shootout, leaving detectives wondering what actually took place, which led to the search warrant for the surveillance video. Now, Drew Findling would comment, only saying there is no truth to the charges. Rod Wave was a victim to a burglary and committed no crimes. How he was even charged as a result of this situation is incomprehensible, and this will absolutely be resolved in favor of Rod Wave. Obviously, Drew isn't going to comment on the alleged surveillance video that's been recovered, but eventually that argument will come. Now, I find it highly disrespectful, being a big guy myself, that detectives assume Rod Wave broke the backyard fence by jumping over it. And if they had that on video, I ain't gonna lie, that shit would have went viral. Seeing Rod Wave jump a fence. But anyways,
that's if they even happened for real.
Though. That this happened, and the detectives are alleging they have the video of him pulling out the gun, shooting up the car, and then covering up everything that took place. I'll say this. If a crime was committed, it isn't as serious as what he's been charged with. And if you've ever been locked up, you might have heard of the spaghetti effect. When you throw a plate of spaghetti at the wall, it slaps, it starts to come down, and eventually the majority of the shit hits the floor while a couple of things are still standing. And that's what I think is going to happen with these charges.
That's what I said. Like, half of them going to go away. I ain't going to hold you. Half of them going to go away. But a lot of them charges he got, though, man, he got some real charges, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. He got some real charges. But then again, it's a state case, though, so you know you can always buy a state case. I ain't gonna hold you. You can always buy a state case. Now, if it was a fed case, it'd be different. But this is a state case, so you can always buy a state case. But man. We just have to wait and see. The boy got a fine lawyer, though, I can tell you that. Like I said, he now with the lawyer that he say he got, I know for sure he gonna get majority of the stuff thrown out. Like he said, the spaghetti effect. Half majority of the charges gonna get wiped away. Half of them gonna get wiped away. It's only gonna be like 1 or 2 that stick for real. I ain't gonna hold you. It's only gonna be the 1 or 2 or 3 that stick for real. Majority of the charges, they getting thrown away, bro. It's over.
That are serious. But I think that his lawyer is going to pick them apart strategically in a manner in which, maybe he gets probation, maybe he gets time served, community service, whatever. I don't know the statutes in Georgia, but firing a gun, discharging a firearm in public is a misdemeanor in Florida. The South has lenient laws. The 4th of July, people just shoot guns off and shit.
That's crazy.
Maybe his lawyer will.
Man said that's a misdemeanor.
At the end of the day, he fired into something that he bought.
Right.
He bought the G-Wagon.
Right.
If you're a YouTuber,
it's his property.
Shooting guns on your property at
right.
shit you own, it's not that
right.
big of a deal. You know what I mean? But that's
your property.
Something for his lawyer.
You own it.
I don't think he caused harm or threatened his girlfriend. I think that if your home gets broken into, your safe gets ran through and emptied, we don't know how much money he lost. You're gonna be pissed, right? And maybe he lost shit worth more than that fucking G-Wagon, and he was like, you know what? Fuck your car, because I just lost all this shit. And he did what he did, allegedly. We don't know. We're just the bystanders that are gonna sit back and see what the fuck happens with this case, and the fact that he has one of the best lawyers, and again, this is some federal shit, and Rod Wave is not a felon. He can legally have the gun that he had. It's another important piece of information. As far as trying to cover up his tracks and, taking the shell casings and this and that, look, we're just going to have to wait and see how it plays out. He's already out on bond. I highly doubt he's stressing the shit. I mean, bro, if you got a $9 million mansion and you can afford to shoot into a G-Wagon and a Rolls Royce, I'm pretty sure he's not stressing this. But hey, let me know y'all's thoughts and opinions in the comment section.
And with that being said, I ain't gonna hold you. Like I said before, man, what I think, a lot of them charges is not gonna stick for sure. A lot of charges is not gonna stick. That's it, like he said though, bro. That's the same thing for YouTubers. Like, say I got M's. That's the same thing Mr. Beast do. I mean, Mr. Beast got M's and he blow up stuff on his property. You know what I'm saying? He do stuff to his stuff on his property. You feel me? It's the same thing. It's the same concept. But he just didn't televise it. But it's the same concept though. Mr. Beast or buy a big barn. Say Mr. Beast bought a big barn on a 9-acre property and blew it up. You know what I'm saying? It's the same concept. It's the same exact concept, but it's just the same thing, man. A lot of them charges ain't gonna stick though, but then again though, I'm kind of following through now on what's going on, so I'm guessing he was mad that his crib got broken into, so he went outside and shot up the G-Wagon. Maybe she said something, maybe she did something. I don't know, but at the end of the day, I still stand on what I said, you know what I'm saying? Can't no female make me mad enough to go, you know what I'm saying, shoot at nothing I bought. I bought this. I put money into this. I see what he's saying about, I done lost stuff worth way more than this G-Wagon, but, at the same time, it's like, nah, bro, I still work hard and I still bought that, I'm not finna shoot up something I bought, especially if Shawty made me mad, you know what I'm saying? I ain't finna sit up here, sit back and shoot up something I bought. You know what I'm saying? I'd be a fool to do something like that. You feel me? But then again, like a nigga said though, you don't know what I was in the safe. You probably could have had nigga 5 M's in the safe. You know what I'm saying? And 200,000, 300,000 G-Wagon. You know what I'm saying? I just lost 5 M's. That ain't shit, man. Fuck this G-Wagon. Do that to that too. You know what I'm saying? But maybe I just couldn't do it though. But I ain't gonna hold you. But with that being said though, you know what I'm saying? You too, it's your boy Trent Dapper, signing off, you feel me?